Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to this morning's new Tower of God chapter. So, chapter 310 or season 2 episode 230. And sorry if I haven't answered any of your comments over the weekend. I took the weekend off for Christmas stuff. Well, kind of. I did post the Boku no Hero Academia read-through on Saturday, but other than that, took the weekend off, so I haven't answered comments yet. So let's go ahead and get into this. It seems like what I think we'll be getting into is what I said before, where I think we'll see Rachel's team going to this station and meeting the new guy as he gets on the train, and maybe we'll see a little bit of Baam and Andrassi's training while that's going on. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. We have some sort of crystalline structure, rattle rattle. Ugh, it's freezing. Oh, it's the place where Wangnan is, I think. I thought the weather might change a bit. Then the interior and weather changed in an instant. Is this the 40th floor? Is the 40th floor the one with crystal shards? It seems that way. We had better be careful. And it's actually Sachi and Boro, I guess, maybe? So probably, yeah. This train is so fickle. Crystal shards, a vicious type of divine sea fish on the train which travel in groups. They could only live in cold Shinsu. Interesting. Where's Kun? Says Boro. He's been shut himself. Oh gosh, translation. He's been shut himself in with that little dwarf all day. He must be teaching Kun something pretty awesome. Yo, Sachi just looks so badass all the time. I see. It doesn't look like we're going to see Baam for a while either, but we're almost at the next station. Will this be okay? Well, if you're worried about Joaquin, I don't think he's in a hurry to appear before we reach the floor of death. We can't let our guard down, by the way. We can't let our guard down. By the way, those reinforcements that I told you about before, would there be anyone? I don't think anyone wanting to go to the floor of death with us is likely to show up. On the 40th floor, I know a really exceptional scout, but that man, Sasachi, has nothing to do with the train. Oh, so Rachel's going to try to get him onto the train, and Baam's team might as well. So it's here now, he says. Oh gosh. 40th floor station, Mushroom Farm. The arrival of the Hell train. And then we see the stairs coming down. Tower of God, Hell Train, Wangnan 5. Ah, so this is still part of the Wangnan arc. Very interesting. Just checking the recording. Looks alright. Okay, there's a big page break there. We see God of Guardians again. Shinsu crashing around him. Then Baam on the Blue War. Hey boy, you still don't get it. It's not like that. This is just a Shinsu control skill that ordinary regulars use. You won't be able to use the skill that I'm trying to teach you if you do it like this. Try to feel it a bit more. This space, this Shinsu. You can control all of this. Ordinary regulars are granted the authority to control Shinsu from administrators, but you must realize that you've had that authority from the very start. Make this space your own. Because that is the privilege of those who open the door. You must realize that in order to master Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. Oh, so is he trying to teach him the sort of thing that Karaka uses? It's quiet, says someone on the stairs. I finally remembered. The 40th floor, Mushroom Farm. You'll cough like crazy when you head down because of the mushroom spores. I didn't see the ticketer get on the train during my last few trips. Is no one getting on again this time too? Yo, and Sachi and Boro were waiting on the stairs. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens if Rachel's team shows up. Very interesting. I'm always curious to see who lives here whenever I come here. Who's living in that castle-like place over there? I've been to this station several times, says Sachi, when I was busy gathering tickets. Really? Is anyone here? Yeah, not many, but there are some regulars who have settled here. And a boy with mysterious eyes lives over there. And they show the castle again. I only met him briefly, but he was an interesting kid. He calls himself a painter. He said that he settled here because he likes the scenery and wants to paint it. He hates noise, so whenever someone suspicious visits here, he detects them early on and fights them off with the regulars. It's a bit of a waste for him to be here since he has such remarkable abilities. When I met him recently, he seemed to be waiting for someone. He might have met them by now. How romantic. A painter living on a Hell train station. There sure are a lot of unusual people on the tower, says Boro. Someone's coming. What? That's impossible, says Sachi. Hockney? Yo. And then we see this dude. His eyes do look pretty cool. Right? Hockney, says Boro. That's right. That's the painter that I said I met before. I think he's coming this way. And he jumps from floating island to floating island. And we see this guy from the Dawn tribe and this black-haired guy land in front of him. Hockney, why did you suddenly change your mind? Jordan, Arku. You never once said that you would get on the train before. We'll all die if you leave. We can't prepare ourselves for outside intruders without your eyes. That's right, this station has been peaceful this whole time because of you, Hockney. If you leave... Step aside, he says. I wasn't doing that just to protect you all. I simply didn't want my peaceful life to come to an end. If you insist on stopping me, I'll have no choice but to get by you using force. And it looks like he carries around some sort of sensor on a pole that's drawing in Shinsu. And then the Shinsu goes out from it and circles around and seems like it shocks these guys. And they're trapped. It's around their waists. Hockney, please don't go, Hockney. He's coming up here. Is he getting on the train, says Boro. Hockney, Hockney. I think so, says Hachi. Another large page break there. How surprising, he says, coming inside with Sachi and Boro. Hockney, you're getting on the train, says Sachi. Long time no see. Sachi Faker. Are you still looking for that woman on the train that you said you were searching for? No. Rowan is now... I'm on the train for a different reason now. I guess you could say that I found her. I see. Anyway, congratulations. It's nice to have a new purpose. But why are you getting on the train? Have you met the person you were waiting for? Well... Hey, is this a new ticketer? Is he on our side? And we see Boro, Albelda, and Irudo coming up. Yo! Best girl Albelda. Waifu for Laifu. Also, Irudo's coat. I just noticed it. I had to scroll back up. I just noticed. Her coat is the cutest thing. He's a scout that I know. He's not an enemy, at least. There's a strange woman, thinks Hockney. So, Hockney, what are you doing on the train? Ah, Sachi, have you seen this picture on the train? Ah, just some picture of a wall with a bunch of markings on it. Picture? No, I've never seen it before. What kind of picture is this? What is this, thinks Boro, looking at it. It's the red light that I was waiting for. The thing that you were waiting for wasn't a person? I never said it was a person. This is a painting that I painted. I painted it before becoming a regular and climbing the tower, but it got stolen. The reason I entered the tower was entirely to find this painting, because all kinds of artwork is traded in secret at the auctions only open to regulars. I was only able to find it long after becoming a regular. The painting was ripped into 6 pieces, so I had bought back 1 piece at a time. Finally, I bought the last piece of this painting, and that last piece is supposed to be sent to me on the Hell train. But at some point I lost contact with the delivery person, and recently found out from this Emily that the painting is hidden on the train. I don't know where exactly it is on the train, but based on the situation so far, it's definitely on this train. I plan on staying on the train until I find that painting, because the red light is like my own soul. So I wonder if this could possibly be related to Wangnan at all, since they always say he's the prince of the red light district. I always thought they meant just because he's like a prince that grew up in a rough place, but maybe it has something to do with the red light painting, or the red light painting has something to do with that. And then Emily tells them that Hockney got on the train. The scout that we're looking for seems to have gotten on the train. Aren't we going to go and negotiate right now? Says Joaquin. That would be risky. I'm scared because there's no telling what might happen to us if we go now, says Yura. For now, let him move around with those guys. We may be able to use him as a spy later anyway. But why did you choose him of all people? You don't seem to have chosen him without thinking, says Joaquin. Ah, about that. After talking to Emily, I find out that he is from the floor of death. You would make a good model. You look like Venus, Hockney says, talking to Barrow. What? Really? Yep, voluptuous, just like Willendorf. Really, says Joaquin. Yes, I don't know how he managed to escape from the floor of death and become a regular, says Yura. But he would certainly be able to tell us how to get safely from the floor of death to our destination, right? But what if he refuses to do so? Don't worry, he can't refuse me anyway, because I have his soul. Ah, so Yura has the painting. Now we go back and see Wangnan and Miseng again. Wangnan, aren't you cold? I'm okay, so take this blanket, says Miseng. I'm fine. I was born in a cold place, says Wangnan. This type of cold is nothing, he says, looking down. And we get a flashback to him and Rachel. Join forces with me, Prince of the Red Light District. Change the tower with me. If you join forces with me, I'll tell Kasano to spare Horyang. Since I killed one of your companions, I guess you could call it kind of an apology. Think about it. Being stubborn won't bring the dead back to life. Make your choice by tomorrow. If you hesitate any longer, your other companions could lose their lives too. So I'm thinking Wangnan will probably join her for the sake of trying to not let anybody else die. Like, he might not really want to join her or really be loyal to her, but he's at least going to say that he's going to join her so that she won't kill anyone else. Did you sleep well last night? Says Rachel, coming in. Wangnan, I've come to hear your reply to my offer from yesterday. It seems like you won't be comfortable talking here. So shall we go somewhere else? I brought the keys, she says. Then she lets Wangnan up. What are you doing? He says. What? I didn't say that I would work with you. What are you setting me free for? You're an enemy who killed my companion. Well, I need to at least have this much faith if we're going to work together. Plus, you're not actually attacking me right now. Don't kid yourself, he yells. I'll never be your companion. I'd like to snap your neck right now if I could. And then she just stares at him. So, what's your answer? What? I'm used to being hated anyway. I've also climbed the tower before with a man who wanted to kill me. But it's always like that, is it? But it's always like that, is it? If you're not close companions or friends, you can use your mutual goals and apparent friendship as an excuse to climb the tower together. Isn't that right? What I want is neither for you to become my friend, nor to become my companion. I just want to climb the tower together like others. Then you can save your companion's life and your ideals. Fine, if that's the case, says Wangnan. Rachel, I will climb the tower with you. In return, let Miseng go. I hope you'll send her to Horyang's side when Kasano fixes Horyang. And he's clenching his fist until it bleeds. All right, I'll do that. And just don't forget this one thing as we're climbing the tower together. Someday, without a doubt, I will make you pay for your crime of killing Akraptor. Absolutely. And she smiles. I'll keep that in mind. All right, that's all for today. Ah, I'm tired, says Coon, flopping down on the ground. We didn't even get to rest for 10 minutes. This is excessive, isn't it? This is brutal. Demonic little dwarf. I clearly warned you, says Evan. You're the one who asked for this. And you know that dwarves are a higher and more ancient species than you, right? I know. Still, it must have gotten a lot better by now, right? That skill? a bit, and his lighthouses look like Rubik's Cubes, but it's still not nearly good enough by my standards, says Evan. But you guys are very hard to figure out. Following Baam to that dangerous floor of death, you guys must not know that that's the most dangerous place, even on this tower. Baam may be going for the sake of his own purpose, but why are you guys putting your lives on the line to go with him? Well, says Kuhn, I don't know about the others, but I became certain the moment that I first saw Baam with the Black March. If I follow him, something very interesting will happen. So you're just risking your life for some fun. Well, that's how it started, but now it's beyond just having fun. I guess you could say, I absolutely need to. I feel like this will all come to an end anyway, if I let Baam go. When you think about it, life itself may not have any real meaning, you know. Is being obsessed with breathing and blood flowing through your body really living? In order to find a meaning for me being born and living, don't I have to find something more important than that? If something comes up where I have to put my life on the line to go with it, what meaning would the rest of my life have if I were to miss that? Right now I feel like the end of the world will come if Baam isn't here. Yo, I like that we got to see Kuhn and stuff at the end. I also like the stuff with Wangnan and Rachel. Like I said, Wangnan's not really loyal to her. He's not going to really be loyal to her. He's just saying what he needs to say right now in order to get her to not kill somebody. I love the new dude Hockney, and I'll talk about more about him in the review. And I like that actually he's with Baam's team now, and Albelda's so freaking cute. But either way, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end this one because it's already sort of long. It was a pretty long chapter. Review will be up tomorrow as usual. So like if you did like this video, and comment out there to tell me what you thought of this video and what you thought of my thoughts on this chapter, my first reaction, what you thought of the chapter itself. Subscribe for more Tower of God and a ton of other things on the channel. Got a lot coming this week. Gonna have to be working pretty hard on some stuff. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. That is it, so thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.